Hi, folks. This is Alan Tyson, along with my favorite sidekick, Jenna Babe, the Sweet Babe. Eagle Nation, first of all, let me say how excited I was that on a very iffy weather day, with a game against an FCS opponent and the Curs from Clark County on the tube at about the same time, almost 22,000 of you showed up to cheer our Birds to victory. Though this was a game that statistically looked a lot closer than it was, with only a 33-yard difference in total offense, 351 yards to 318 in our favor, our Blue Birds of Prey made very efficient use of their 140 yards on the ground and 211 through the air. They averaged 4.2 yards per carry, reaching pay dirt 3 times via the rush, while a 71% completion rate by our sophomore quarterback allowed our receivers to average 12.4 yards per catch while reaching the end zone 2 times. On the other side of the ball, our feathered defenders forced the only turnover of the game, a 60-yard pick six, while holding the Pups from the Palmetto State to 112 yards rushing and 206 yards passing. Sports fans, it's always good to start and end well. And that's exactly what our defense did last Saturday at Paulson, pitching a shutout in the first and the fourth quarters of the game. All in all, it was a game that was never really in question. Now, some people may say we could have played better. But hey, give South Carolina State some credit. They had some good athletes on both sides of the ball. They were prepared, well coached, and ready to play, and they played hard. I would say this. Every day is a great day to be an Eagle, but anytime we win by 4 touchdowns, no matter who we're playing, it makes that day even greater. Got to keep getting better, Big Blue.
Hey y'all, it's Jenna here to take a quick break and tell you about our amazing podcast sponsor, you guessed it, Sully Steamers of Statesboro. Though our family is partial, there is no denying that the crowd has gone wild for Sully's ooey gooey steamed bagel sandwiches. Have you joined the STEAM team yet? Well, whether you are a seasoned regular or just getting started on the squad, might we suggest this week's Steamer Spotlight the Hulk. Okay, the combination of fresh ingredients on this one is so strong. On this steamer, which, by the way, can be found on the legendary section of the menu for a good reason, you'll find turkey, pepperoni, salami, onion, cheddar, and provolone cheese and Italian dressing. It's served hot and steamy, of course, on your choice of fresh, delicious bagel. We can't wait for you to get after that Hulk before heading out to the prettiest little stadium in America. Go visit the Sully's team in store located at 1098 Bermuda Run Road in the Market District. You can order online or go through the Sully's app for pickup or delivery, or better yet, instantly make everyone your biggest fan by having Sully's cater your tailgate, parties, or events this season and all year long. Go Sully's, go Eagles, and now back to AT.
As for today, our Eagles have taken flight for the second time in 4 games to start the season, as they have traveled to the center of the universe, where their motto is, "We may not win every game, but we never lose a party." Our Birds will be taking on Ole Miss in the second meeting between the two schools. We are 0-1 in the series after a 37-27 loss in Oxford in 2016. The Rebels, who are ranked 5th in both the AP and the coaches poll, are 32-10 since 2021, ranking them 3rd among SEC schools over that period. With a record of 3-0 so far in 2024, these freedom fighters from Lafayette County have been juggernauts statistically so far this season. Though they haven't exactly played a lineup of playoff contenders to this point, I think you will be impressed. They are the first team in SEC history to score at least 150 points while allowing less than 10 through 3 games. They lead the FBS in total offense at 692 yards per game. They are second in scoring with an average of 56 points per contest. Their quarterback is one of only 5 active FBS quarterbacks with 8,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. He leads the world in passing at 390 yards per game and total offense with an average of 408 yards every time they tee it up. They have the top-rated receiver in the country, who, along with one of his fellow receivers, are the lone teammates at all levels of college football with at least 2,500 career receiving yards apiece. Oh, yeah. Did I mention they haven't lost a fumble since September the 2nd of 2023? If that wasn't enough, on the other side of the ball, these malcontents from the Magnolia State are equally as impressive. They have yet to allow a touchdown, the longest stretch to open a season by their defense since 1961. Their rush defense ranks first in the FBS at 33 yards per game allowed. It is the first time since 1993 that they have held 3 consecutive opponents to less than 50 yards on the ground. They have the top 2 highest-rated edge rushers in the US of A. Not surprisingly, they have sacked opposing quarterbacks 10 times in 3 games, and they only allow their opponents to convert on third down 23% of the time. Honestly, folks, it's hard to find a weakness in these extremists from the Little Easy. So, what now, you ask? Well, up till now, Ole Miss has played 3 cupcakes, all of which they basically kicked to the curb by just simply throwing their hats into the ring. No matter how hard Lane Kiffin and his staff try to convince their players that this week won't be more of the same, it just ain't going to sink in, especially with Kentucky waiting in the balance in Week 5. Eagle Nation, our Bluebirds of Prey have only beaten one SEC team in 15 tries, so we are due, baby, due. There is no doubt this bunch of insurgents from the banks of Old Man River are loaded for bear. But hey, Lou Holtz once said, you don't have to be the best team, you just have to be the best team in the stadium on that particular day. With that said, I look for our men in blue to slip into the literary center of the South under a cloak of darkness, catching these discontents from the velvet ditch, either thinking about the past or looking to the future. As a result, we will keep this one close going into the 4th quarter. Then, after we tie things up on a deep bomb for the first time in over a year, the Rebs will cough that thing up late, allowing our Birds to kick the game-winning field goal as time expires. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Man, I hope this is not just gas. Slap a pop knot on these nonconformist Eagles.
Slap